Hi, I'm Chris Rowan. I'm VP for Collaboration AI in Webex. And I'm speaking today about the role of breakthrough artificial intelligence in enabling more inclusive work and greater well-being for individuals and teams. This is really a hard problem. We see a remarkable transformation taking place in the nature of work. In just the next few years, we expect the number of Americans who are working remotely to roughly double relative to pre-pandemic levels. That flexibility is great, but it's also hard work. And 8 out of 10 remote workers say that they would quit their job for one that focused more on their mental health. So why is it hard? Remote collaboration, hybrid collaboration, where some people are in the office and some people are remote, is hard because it's sometimes tough to see and to understand what's happening in a video conference. It's tough to appear professional from anywhere, from home, from the cafe, from a random office. It's tough because these tools are increasingly sophisticated, and navigating through all of the options and getting exactly the experience you want can be tricky. And perhaps more than anything else, it's hard because it's difficult to maintain remote relationships, to really stay in touch with your team members, to really know that you're understanding one another, that you're staying in touch on all the facts, and are able to work together smoothly and trustfully. But AI can make a significant difference in each of these challenges. Audio and video AI smarts boost clarity so that we can see and understand what's happening much more exactly. AI can also filter out noise and distractions, as well as private information that you don't want to share. AI is bringing us voice and gesture assistance so that we have more natural, intuitive control over what's going on with these sophisticated collaboration tools. And new kinds of deep collaboration analytics guide users as to what's going on in their use of time and in their relationships so they know how to stay in touch better. And doing it while keeping all of that analytical insight private, so it just helps you. So what are we doing? Well, first, we're working on audio intelligence. This means that we're applying deep machine learning models to audio to overcome impairments in the audio that can cause listener fatigue and degrade collaboration. In fact, we've been rolling out a series of major improvements that we call Webex Smart Audio. For many months, we've now been shipping remarkable AI-based noise removal that can eliminate virtually all of the barking dogs, the yelling kids, the sirens in the background. But now we're also starting to ship a feature we call Optimize for My Voice, which not only eliminates noise from the background, but also can eliminate the sound of voices that would otherwise intrude on your conference. And we're announcing for the first time the creation of Optimize for All Voices, which you can use to include all the people who may be important to your conference. So whether they're close to the microphone or far away, whether they have a soft voice or a loud one, we bring them all equally into the conference while eliminating background noise. We've also taken this remarkable noise removal technology, the same state-of-the-art algorithms that we're using in Webex devices and Webex client software, and we've brought it to the desk phones, the Cisco 88X1 family of desk phones for Webex and multi-platform, so that those devices can have this perfect noise removal as well. But let's dig into this question of smart audio modes. I use Webex in lots of different circumstances, at home, in cafes, and here in the office. I always want to get rid of distracting background noise with Webex noise removal. But what about background talkers? Sometimes they're not part of my conference. They're just a distraction. So I want to turn on Webex optimized for my voice so that we can eliminate those background voices. Other times, they are part of my video conference, and I want to have Webex optimize for all voices turned on so that everyone can be included.
How's everybody?
I think we're ready to start. Thank you for coming together on such late notice to talk about next quarter's goals. This machine learning technology gives us complete control over the noise and the inclusion or exclusion of the voices. We're using very analogous deep learning intelligence for processing video. We can now, with near perfection, separate the foreground, the face and hands of the speaker, from everything in the background. That means that you can blur the background or replace the background and can have control over exactly how you appear and bring yourself more privacy and bring your colleagues less distraction in the video experience as well. We also have used machine learning to implement a broad suite of gesture recognition for more inclusive and intuitive participation in the video conference experience. One of the examples of this is our new immersive share capability, where those face and hands foreground shots can be overlaid on top of your content. Now you can present and have people paying attention to your slides and at the same time pay attention to you so that you can create the most complete, most evocative communication with your audience. We also have been using AI to build a new category of collaboration insights. In this, we are analyzing all of the ways in which you're interacting with your meeting calendar, with your messaging service, with your calls and conferences. And from that, building up a complete picture of how you're collaborating and with whom you're collaborating. And then presenting that information back to you and, where appropriate, the team, so that you can get new insights into what's going well and where you need to pay greater attention. So in personal insights, we give private feedback to you, especially on how you are managing your work life and your professional relationships. In team insights, we're giving a view of collaboration patterns across your team, anonymized so that no single person stands out, but giving rare insights into what's really going on in the subtle interactions of a team. And with organization insights, we're bringing a bird's eye view of the whole organization's key trends in collaboration. So this visualization on top of deep AI analytics gives people a better ability to work inclusively and to avoid burnout and to get more done. Let's take a tour of personal insights, focusing especially on the newest capability, the connections section. Users are spending a lot of time in meetings, and the line between work and life can get blurred. Now you can get private feedback on your meeting activity, your work-life balance, your focus time, and on your work connections. No one else can see your individual patterns, and we've deployed a new generation of AI-based collaboration analytics that keeps track of this message and meeting and call activity to help you understand how you're building and maintaining strong links with professional colleagues. You get updates about connections' new location, and manager or title. You can emphasize important connections by flagging them and being able to monitor your connection strength and recent collaboration activity. You can also view your entire network as close, familiar, or distant connection groups and relative rankings in those circles. You can also see your 10 strongest connections over the past quarter and the trends as some connections strengthen and some may fade. If you're a people manager, you can get a view of all your direct reports, sorted by the amount of time you spend in meetings and in messaging with them. And if you have blind spots, maybe you've not met with one of your reports for a long time, Connections Insight will highlight those gaps. So Collaboration AI brings you insights to enhance your work connections even when you can't meet face-to-face. The fourth big area for AI innovation is Webex Assistant. This is the voice assistant for meetings and for devices. And we've been investing heavily to make it better, adding support for new devices, reducing error rates, and shortening the response latency. It's now up to 4 times more accurate and lower latency than before. We've also made it more inclusive by supporting transcription from 13 spoken languages and supporting translation into more than 100 languages for closed captioning and meeting transcripts. And Webex Assistant itself is learning more languages so that you can speak commands in English, Spanish, French, and now German and Japanese, and get corresponding responses and dialogue in those languages as well. Let's listen, for example, to what's happening in the German Webex Assistant.
Okay, Webex. Wie kannst du mir helfen?
Ich bin Webex Assistant. Ich kann Sie dabei unterstützen, besser mit Ihrem Team zu arbeiten. Sagen Sie Okay Webex und stellen Sie mir eine dieser Fragen.
Okay, Webex. Zeig die nächste Seite.
Webex Assistant isn't important just because of the built-in features of the platform, but because it's also fully extensible. We're now making available the full Webex Skills platform that allows customers and third parties to build new functionality, new voice commands, new connections to applications into Webex Assistant. This means a complete set of APIs and SDKs that allow designers and partners to make Webex fit their workflow and their business needs. It means that we can bring new kinds of functionality to the full range of Webex Room devices, Webex boards, Webex Room kits, Webex Desk. And all of these features are fully supported by our rich Webex development ecosystem with developer.webex.com and App Hub, all controlled for deployment through the standard Control Hub. So we've made all of these innovations in deploying AI into every corner of Webex. But we also understand that there are great responsibilities that come with deploying AI into such a core part of our lives. We understand that the power of AI mandates attention to developing it in a responsible way. It means that we have to pay explicit attention to issues of fairness and bias, transparency, privacy, protection of data rights, and system security. We've gone through with AI this really interesting transformation from explicit description of algorithms to implicit description via training data. So the management of that training data, the understanding of bias that may be implicit in that training data is one of the keys to developing more responsible AI. We also understand that these systems sometimes are effectively replacing humans in consequential decision making, and we have to be especially alert to how those decisions made by AI could affect people. And we must embrace explainability and accountability for these AI systems. That a lack of explainability can open up the system to security threats and to make it hard for people to feel confident that the system is really doing what they expect. So at Cisco, we've established an explicit process of working from system definitions with clear delineation of who are the target users, to understand the consequentiality of the decision making by the system, and to then design it in a way with data collection, loss function design, integration, and expert review so that we really are meeting the goals for responsibility in that AI. We do compliance testing. We document in a way to make it as transparent and as explainable as possible so that people feel comfortable with the impact of this powerful new technology on their lives. So, what have we talked about today? I think we've had a number of key announcements. In audio intelligence, we have now not only this remarkable noise removal, but these two key new modes, optimize for my voice, which is now widely available in Webex, and the new optimize for all voices. And we've brought that remarkable noise removal to the Cisco desk phones. For video intelligence, we've taken our video background removal and applied it to immersive share so that you can see the presenter and the presented material together. In virtual assistants, we've launched the skills platform for Webex Assistant. We've added new languages, German and Japanese, to make it more multilingual, and we've made it up to 4x faster and more accurate than ever before. And we continue to expand on collaboration insights, where the personal insights, especially the connections section, is now available in beta. And we've also previewed team insights that allows everyone on a team to better understand what's going on in their interactions. So, what can AI do for hybrid collaboration? It can bring more clarity so that you get more of the nuance of speech and of expression and eliminates distractions. It gives you more privacy by sharing only the sounds and the images that you choose so that you can craft your professional presence. And it gives you more connection so that you can oversee your commitments and build work relationships and manage your time more effectively than ever. It means that you're in control and you're able to collaborate much more effectively. So that's what Webex is doing with AI. And that's what we're doing for hybrid collaboration.